checked in on the Browning tonight. Make sure, and I had this problem because things for not keeping them a while. It was the channel selector switch. Something. Make sure you've rotated all the various knobs on that transmitter.
Yeah, I had something like that happen before I did that. I went through everything, and I'll have to do a little more investigation. Darn it.
How is the receiver on? It's just no TX?
Yeah, the receiver's just fine. The transmitter just went boom.
Alright, unless it just needs to warm up a little bit, or like I said, bad contact, or I suppose you've done all the tricks, go to a couple other channels and see if it will at least get the RF out and then bring it back down. Anyway, we will, no we won't. Okay, we haven't sent Bozo. Bozo did so good on checking in one tonight, I could send him over there to help, but he is not coming over to help.
Yeah, I think he kind of uses like a 9-pound sledge, so that may not be exactly the best thing to use.
Right, so he's checking him from the mobile, and I'm not sure how he did. Well, actually, I know how he did that. There was a large extension cord.
It seems we're getting a little stiff come back in.
Right, OTR.
Yeah, I think it's the mini grass gray line. The gray OTR, please proceed.
Dennis, it's SWL38 again, wanting to check into tram B201A.
All right, we need a tram. It'll be our second one. We were in the mid-60s with the TR-27E, and now into the mid-70s with the big tram, the B201A. Radio 11 online right now. Willie at the microphone, and give us another key down. Over.
Yeah, it's got plenty of knobs, plenty of different things on it. Voice enhancements, and when you want to hear, it's got enhancements, it's got everything on it. I mean, it's just a nice radio.
Yeah, it holds its own definitely with the Brownings and with the general radio telephones. The Tram D201A, classic top of the line radio for it, right at the big boom, the big craze, one of the top three that everybody wanted to get, but only a few could afford, and we're glad you've got one tonight because it's doing its thing. Plate modulation on the audio, and a lot of people say one of the best receivers out there.
Yeah, it seems to be doing a good job. As long as I've had it, I have no complaints. All right, I've got to step back and see what's going on with my kid over here in the kitchen. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks for stopping by the radio room, and Radio 11 with your Tram D201 Alpha sounding at the old 2 Radio Network. Standing by. Interesting thing I've noticed, it seems like with all the conditions and the skip that we get, I don't think I've ever seen Hawaii on the list of digital shortwave stations tuning in. For all the time that we hear them, I don't think I've ever seen them listen in via the universal medium net. But they must be too busy driving around there with their
it is. They're too busy watching the sunset.
Speaking of the sunset, I need to step away from the radio table. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
I think it's working.
All right, I'm back. Just realized I had some extra noise in the room here. Got rid of that. And I didn't have the big speakers on, but through my headphonium sitting on the table here, I was hearing a very long, very golden eagle sounding ping. Did it get working?
I do believe that sounds like it's working again.
Oh, it's definitely working over.
Multiple buttons and everything flipping back and forth. Yeah, sometimes dust gets in somewhere. I don't know which one it was this time, because I played with everything a few times and then she just came back.
Okay, so maybe I'm not the only one that has that issue sometimes. Of course, Bozo checked in tonight without issue, but I don't know, maybe he had to take the, like you said, take the sledgehammer. All right, well, while it's working, should we go ahead and get it in?
Well, I guess, yeah, should definitely do that. Yes, this is the Browning Golden Eagle Mark III SSB, big old two-piece radio. The on-the-air light is beeping as I speak. Also, this one, even though I do have the banana mic for it, the original, this one has the D104 limited edition Golden Eagle microphone.
And definitely can tell that sounding good. You are orchestrating the key down quite nicely. And I think that's going to be working for a while. It just was a little shy, and now you find that this will probably be good for another couple of months of key downs.
Well, I sure hope that's the way it goes. The last, oh my gosh, I don't remember. I know I've had this thing for well over a decade. I think it's probably pushing better than 2 now. I've had 1 tube go out, and yeah, once in a while the dust, I gotta flip the switches around, take some time, blow everything out real well. Otherwise, she just keeps on trucking along.
And it took me a while to figure that out on the Bozo control unit here. I thought it had broken it once, and once I started flipping dials and exercising the controls on the transmitter, it did just that. It came back to life without a hesitation. So there you go. Radio number 12 online with us now, and it's working the way it should from Browning Laboratories, the Golden Eagle, the Mark III, and I do believe that is the SSB, meaning it has the big receiver, of course, and the big transmitter.
That it is. It is the big two-piece radio. Yeah, I heard Jerry out there on his Browning, and he said hello, and I wanted to get back to him real quick. I grabbed the microphone, and there was just nothing there. So, you know how that goes with radio-type things. Oh, well.
Yeah, I think he checked in SWL-wise on the Browning, and then he has not come back during the glowing session here, but it was out there.
And there we go. And back to the original ping mode.
Yeah, it was just a cute little chirp.
Oops, there we go. It helps if you actually have the microphone somewhere near the speaker.
Yeah, you don't have the RF gain turned up too much, the smells turned up too much, or
fit the darn thing.
Yeah, I noticed that modulation meter. See, I was under the mistaken impression that it should just barely wiggle, but no, when it's modulating the way it should, like you said, I think it's just smashing into the case, which is what it's supposed to do. And I think it also gives you late noise, gives you everything you need there. So also, which is a rarity for radios, but it allows you on that transmitter, I think, to shift your transmit frequency plus or minus 700 cycles, and that was designated by the FCC the tolerance of your crystals. So we were at 27085, you were allowed 27084.3 or 27086. I'm sorry, no, 27085.7. So you can go 700 high or low. And them being smart said, well, let's just make it do that. Let's assume the crystal's directly on frequency, and we'll give the operator the ability to stay within tolerance. And a neat little trick, especially in the sideband mode, where you would need to move your receiver or transmitter just a little bit to tune into the other station. So a feature I really like about that transmitter, allowing you a little bit of leeway to adjust your frequency or put your maybe errant crystal right back on center slot.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. That's one of my favorite features on the Browning radio. In fact, that's the reason why I also have it hooked up to a little frequency counter here, so that I can make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be.
And that is the 27085 Saturday night place to be. All right, give us one more key down to make sure that it's going to hang in there, and then we'll listen for more.
Good deal. Well, with that, looks like, yeah, we got a little bit more time left. Hope we'll get a few more radios in there, and I'll kick back and take a listen to see what comes by.
And on the old 2 radio network, yeah, that's where we are. The old 2 radio network listening. All right, just because we can, and because I think they're here, see if I can slide over here and get the attention of the jingle singers. On the old 2 radio network. On the magic number 27.085 megahertz, channel 11. On the magic letter OTR. Right here in Fresno, California. Radio Magic. Old 2 radio. For you. Sometimes part of that radio magic is making sure that the radio actually works. Sometimes it is magic.
Question, Mr. Dennis.
Wow, what's my static level? I just went up to that S5 static you were talking about. Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering, do you know anywhere around here locally that happens to sell ladder lines?
Yeah, like the real stuff.